Okay, we're back with my next X-Men stack, and yeah, so I had really only one copy of Jim Lee's iconic X-Men 1, and it wasn't like, I basically had it since it came out. I bought it, um, I really only bought one copy. No, I take that back. I think I bought maybe two of the variants. Um, but this was the main one. The other two, I don't know what I did. I probably read them and put them somewhere. But um, anyway, I picked up another copy. So I actually was gifted another copy. So um, my copy is the cleaner copy, which is this one. And as you can see, it's a near mint copy. I mean, it's not 9.8, but it's pretty high grade. Um, Sharp corners, nothing, no creases or anything. The only issue I would say is like along that spine there. There's a bit of wear, I would say. But anyway, somebody gifted their X-Men 1. I was looking through like copies of X-Men 1. This guy came up and just basically gave me his copy. I think he just didn't want it anymore, for whatever reasons, but I got this comic for free essentially at ECCC, so thank you to him. Yeah, there's like a major spine tick right there, pretty big. A little minor one there. Couple more spine ticks right there. But again, free book. Other than that, it looks pretty clean. Other than just a few of those spine issues, it looks to be no VF copy. So got two X-Men 1E. I know they letter these, so that's 1E. So we got A, B, C, D, E. I believe this is D. This is the D cover. Magneto. This is actually a really great cover, and looks to be a pretty good copy too. Definitely a near mint copy. Whether it's a 9.8, that corner is pretty nice. That's a good corner too. This says 9.8. I mean, but I think that corner is what's gonna prevent us from getting a 9.8. But I mean, other than that, it's a really nice cover. Who knows? It could come back a 9.8. Because I know it's very subjective on whoever's doing the grading that day. So now we're getting into the Uncanny X-Men run, Jim Lee's Uncanny, and as you know, my copy of is 248, which is his first art and cover for X-Men. That one got signed and is one of the books I submitted as part of the signature series. So we're missing that one. I probably want to pick up the second print on that one as well, which is like a gold cover. But definitely I'll try to pick up a few more copies of that. It's just, again, one of the iconic issues in his run, being the first. And his run doesn't really start, his regular run doesn't start. He's kind of intermittent from 248 to 268, meaning he's kind of sharing duties with, it's between him and Mark Silvestri, and I believe I know there's another artist that also. So I think there's like 3 artists kind of drawing on at this in this serial run, and then eventually Jim takes over for a good, I would say 10 to 12 issues. And then he ends up, I think he ends up going to X-Men, and then he ends up jumping ship from Marvel Image. So you kind of see the how he transitions into the different parts of his career. Beautiful cover. This is my original copy. I've had this book for a very long time. Very, it's like, the thing is, like, I took very good care of these, but for some reason I can't say they'd come back 9.8s, and I just think it's just nothing. It has nothing to do with how I handled the books, but it's just how the books were to begin with. So however they made it onto the comic book shelf, it got handled in a way that didn't necessarily preserve the integrity of the grade. So just gonna put these over so these go back in order. So this is a copy I didn't have, and I was able to pick up two very nice copies. This is, I think, the nicer one. No spine issues on this one whatsoever. Sharp corners. Yeah, this has 9.8 potential. Great cover though. Just love that cover. This one is, I believe, the weaker of the two, but it's also pretty clean. Yeah, no spine issues. We're looking to have sharp corners on this one. See, that one's a little blunted. That one's not the sharpest either. So yeah, this is probably the lower grade, but they're both pretty high grade copies. Great cover though. It's the cover that really pops on that one. Beautiful cover. This is just a great cover. Yeah. 258. So this is the third part in the Acts of Vengeance. So we have 256, 57, 58. And really, Jim Lee just kind of showcases just the high impact art of the 90s here. I think what you're seeing in this, so this is the latter part of the Copper Age. Late Copper to early modern is where you just see a lot of action in comic art. It just takes on Jim Lee introduces just an entirely different panel. There's so much going on in his panels. It's really action driven, and so this one here is not the cleanest copy, although I think this is the best. No, this is not the best. That spine takes us well. I mean, this presents is probably, and there's some fading, so I mean this is probably, I would say, a 7.5. This also has some issues here. You can see there's like a little, I want to say it's a dent. I'm hoping that can press out. I mean, but this is nothing I would ever grade unless it really shot up in value. But these books are just for my personal collection. They don't have to. That looks to be, no, that's nothing. Corners are very, very rounded on this one. So again, this is 7.5. This is probably 7.0 with that little dent there. This is the clean copy that I had. Corners are sharper here. Spine is got like a minor spine tick there. Another one right there. But the corners are nice. Yeah, the corners sharp. And the color here is not as faded. It's a nice vibrant color there. So yeah, this is the better of the three I have. But it's just a great cover. One of my all these like early Jim Lee X-Men, so before that iconic Cap America cover, which we're getting to, he's just showcasing his just skill, his talent. It's really on display, especially in this cover too. The emotion in this guy's face, like when you're trying to convey psychosis, I guess. You can't get any more crazy than that guy looks. This is, I guess, Dazzler's fan. I only have one copy of this. And one copy of this as well. I could have picked up another copy of this. It's just, I mean, it's a good cover. I just don't think it's one of his best covers, so I don't know. I just didn't feel compelled to pick up another copy. And I got this for $2 at Half Price Books. Actually, really good condition for picking up at Half Price Books. So I'm very happy with that pickup. Again, this and that 260 I picked up at Half Price Books. This one I picked up, I think it was 70% off that price right there. So fairly good price I got for this. We got some edgeware there. Good corners though. And this is just a common comic. This is not worth particularly much. And it's not really a cover that I particularly like. It's a great character. It's a great cover for Jim Lee's Beast is really iconic, but Beast is just not one of my like favorite. He's not one of the characters that I really like. Forge on the other hand is. I love Forge, and of course, I'm assuming that is Jean Grey. But yeah, not a big Beast fan, but this is 264. So then we get into Jim Lee's run. This is where it becomes the regular for X-Men, and just so the subsequent issues, just the covers are just all iconic. I think they're all like T-shirts or just some form of like pop culture, classic cover type art. A lot of the panels in here are also T-shirts and whatnot. So now this 268 it's a clean copy. I would put it around the 9.0. I mean, this obviously will need a press, and there's just like staple / spine issues. So let's see, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7, 8, 9. So let me count them again. 1, 2, 3. No, that's not 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So like 11 really minor spine ticks. So this would probably get an 8.5. It is the newsstand edition though. Anyway, it's not the this I think is higher grade. But I mean it's similar. Got some spine issues. They're really minor though. But yeah, this one has the corner on this one is not as nice though. That corner's nice. That corner's okay. It's a little rounded. That corner's not so hot. Again, this would probably be maybe an 8, 8.0. It's gonna be similar to that last one, but maybe a little. I thought it was the better copy, but might be actually. Yeah, this is the better copy. That corner's. So I would say this is 8.5. That other one's 8.0. I may get one of those graded though. It's something I want slabbed. Hopefully with a press, I'm probably get the newsstand copy graded. And then we have 3 copies of this X-Men 270 Great Havoc cover. And you can see there's a color difference between the newsstand and this is the direct edition. So the direct edition has sort of this like pinkish, like lighter purple pink, whereas the newsstand is darker. Like you can tell there's just that. I don't know if you can see it here though. Like if I put them next to each other, you might see the differences. There's glare there though. Let me put them up here, you can see them better. So there's the side by side. I don't know if you can tell. So this is a little darker over here, and this is a little lighter. Yeah, but very similar. Just the color scheme is off. And I think the newsstand is the best. The condition of the 3 books that I have. This one's pretty clean. No, I mean there's a little, I don't know if you can see it. You probably can't, it's so minor. I can barely see it. There's a little indentation right there if you can't see it. Other than that, it's a clean spine. Yeah, this is fairly high grade. I would say this could come back a 9.0. And we'd want to press it too. This one also, no real issues. I would say it's high grade. VF plus, you know. This one looks to be pretty solid as well. Yeah. And 3 really good copies of the 270, so corners look good on them. This corner, I can't tell through the bag sometimes. Yeah, I can't tell. There we go. Yeah, that's a pretty nice corner. First strike. Okay, so that takes us through our half of our Gimli X-Men run. We're gonna come back with the other half in the next part. Thanks for watching.